my enemy. Oh shit. No. Fuck. This thing is so stupid. Hey, Rudy. I'm good. How you feeling? My night's been good. I just got a nice bath. I feel much better now. I'm still tired, but I'm all right though. I'm good. I hope you're feeling better. I know you said you weren't feeling that great. Oh, you're not? No, you're at the hospital? Oh, shit. Have you, so how's it going so far? Is everything okay? Like tests or anything like that? Oh, good Lord. I knew I should have went to bed. Takes an hour for the test results to come. Okay, well that's good. Well, at least you're getting some results. That's good. Let's hope and pray everything's okay. You just need something slight. Hope you don't need nothing serious. Let's keep everything. Let's keep positive, and we'll be sure everything should be all right. I know it's easier said than done. Yeah, we all go through shit, man. And I've been through a lot. These past couple months, I've been through a lot. Losing my dad, my dog, dealing with my mom. Watching her grieve and trying to make her feel better, trying to cheer her up. I go try and visit her every day, talk to her every day. You know, you know, pray for my family every fucking day. I ain't gonna lie. I pray for. I know I'm all right, but I always gotta pray for everybody else, man, because these people don't believe in God like me. I know they believe, but they really, they need some extra belief in their life. I appreciate that. And I pray for you guys all the time, especially if you guys have something bad or anything like that. I always make sure I sneak you guys in my prayers because I know at the end of the day that we all should pray for ourselves and do the right thing so that way everything pans out the way it's supposed to. But the thing is like a lot of people really don't care. A lot of people don't care about nothing. They just live in a way where they never think anything's going to happen to them. Stupid them. But well, I have received a lot in the past few months. I've received a lot of love from everybody, a lot of support. I finally got my inheritance and stuff from my aunt and uncle. So that helped out a good bit for me to help my mom, pay for things and get things for her. It feels good to, I mean, even before, I got any of these things, I was helping anyway, so it don't make no difference really. It just now that I can extra help. Did I cook today? Yeah. I cooked lunch. I had a ham and cheese omelet. For breakfast I had some bread and cheese. And then for dinner I had takeout with my nephew. I went to get um, Philly cheesesteak and some fries. Yeah, I already got the van. I've had the van for a while. I've had it for a whole year now. But now I can the money I spent on it, I got it back. So it's like, you know, that's a blessing in itself. So, but yeah, business is good. It's okay. I mean, I can have a lot more business if I want to, but I just try and keep myself limited to what I want to do. I'm sick and tired of doing what everybody else. Because even when you go on your own, if you don't work, you're not gonna make no money. But at the end of the day, once you're like at a point where you don't have to work every day and your bills are paid and you got some money in the bank and you're good with your life and you don't overspend and you don't live amongst your means, I feel like that's the best life. To me, it is because that's where I am right now. I have everything I can possibly imagine of having. And now I can like I always we're always gonna have to spend our money some way, whether it's bills, hobbies, things we need, things that break down and we have to go buy it, helping someone else. We all need money and we all need like to to feel secure and shit. But the whole thing with me now is like I'm at a point where I'm saving a good bit of money because I don't have to buy dog food no more. I don't have to, spend money on a lot of things. And I haven't been on a trip in years. And I think that's the key to me having money. It's not going away 3 times a year and spending thousands of dollars on trips that make no sense. When I can just be home and just, I've been away a million times, like, and I don't really care to go away on an airplane anymore. I just don't care to go to another country anymore. I just like being home. I like being here. I like, and now that my mom's alone, I feel like if I go away and she needs me, I'm not going to be here. So I know that my other siblings ain't going to go out of their way because I'm away. They're going to be like, yeah, whatever. Mom will be fine. I'm not going to waste my time. Mark shouldn't go away. That's exactly what they would say. I know them too good. Money is good, but When you have too much, everybody wants some of it. When you have too little, you worry. When you have enough and you're like comfortable, you kind of just slack off and say to yourself, "Hey, I can relax now. I'm good to go." And you know, I just feel like right now in my life, I'm controlling what happens, and that's the best feeling when I can control what I want to do. You know, I've been DJing. I come on here. I work my for my. I'm doing all three things. I have my business. I come on here. I DJ. I spend time with my mom. I take her where she needs to go. I get to spend money and know that I have it and it's coming back in as well. Like it's just, I don't know. I guess I can say that I'm finally comfortable with my life. I don't feel like I'm missing anything, to be honest. I just wish my dog and my dad were still here, but obviously that's not going to happen and they can't be replaced. So I don't want another dog because that means that's going to be an extra expense, an extra headache. So now that I don't have I even got rid of my fish tank. I gave away all my fish, and I sold the fish tank to my friend yesterday officially, and I took it to his house because I don't want it. Because all that shit's expensive. All that shit is more money to waste on stupid ass shit, you know. So now I don't have no like. I'm finally free of no of not worrying about feeding fish, feeding my dog. I mean, I wish I still had my dog, don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. It's like sometimes things are better the way it is because it teaches you like to understand that if you save your money, you can live better. If you don't live amongst your means or have too many things to pay for, then you get to live comfortably. So I'm not married. I don't have no kids, but those are all things that I've always wanted. But it's not for everybody. You know, like you were meant to have all those kids. You were meant to have that. You were meant to be the way you are. It's your choice, your life. Everything you do. And then there's bad times, good times. Even with me, I don't have no kids and no wife and all that shit. But doesn't mean my life is perfect. It just means that that's the choices I've made and that's the way my life is. I can't I can't like expect everything to always be perfect. But to me life is almost perfect now because I get to do exactly what I want to do. I don't have no extra obligations, meaning pets. I don't have no dog, no fish no more. I just have to deal with my nephews, my mom, my sister, myself, my business. Now I can DJ and have a good time with my friends, and I can come on here and talk shit to you guys every day and have fun. I feel like I have my life back. I really do. I feel like my whole life is back now because I have nothing to be obligated to. The things that I was obligated to were things that were put in my lap, put on me, forced on me. So now I get to make my own decisions again. Even though I could have, you know, made decisions, but my heart got in the way of my decisions. So now I'm free. I don't have extra obligations. The only real major thing that I have, I feel like I have to do for the sake of my dad is my mom. My mom is my number one priority right now. Taking care of her, making sure she's okay, making sure she has everything she needs. I went to give her some fresh fish today. So that's good. I've been giving her food all week, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is too much food." And I got her groceries. I got her things that she needs, like wholesale items, paper towel, whatever she needs. Like, I get for her. Like, and then she gets mad because I don't want no money. And I tell her, look, mom, if it wasn't for your sister and your brother-in-law putting me in their will to get like an inheritance, I wouldn't have extra money. So that extra money is because of you. That's your sister, you know. So I'm gonna use your sister's money and help you. Whenever you need anything, I'm gonna use that money to help you. Yeah. And that's what I want to do. Because that's my choice. Because she deserves it. You know, she's worked hard her whole life. She wiped my ass for years, clothed me, bathed me, took care of me, you know, took me to school, you know, still cooks for me till today. I cook for her too. We hang out. I went to her house and we watched TV for like an hour. I went outside and picked some weeds out of the yard, always doing something like, you know. And then she's like, "Oh, I have an appointment on Monday. Can you take me?" Of course. If you don't want to, I'll go in the bus. I said, "You can go in no fucking bus. You're coming in my van. I'm gonna take you down there." Okay, you sure? Yep. I never tell her no. I ain't gonna take her nowhere. Hell no. She's 80 years old. I gotta do everything I possibly can. And I promised my dad, even before he died, I promised my dad that I will use like some of that extra money to help him, and whatever he needs, I'll do to the house. And I have. I've been doing it. I've been helping my mom as much as I can because I feel now that that's my only obligation is to help my mother. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. Nobody else gives a fuck. You see, my siblings think that by paying for things or giving my mom something is like justified for them doing things. That's not the way it is. Spending time with her in that house means a lot to her because she's there alone. So I hang out down there for an hour or two, you know. Almost every other day I go down there, or every day I go down there sometimes. Or I'll talk to her while she's at home on the phone. I'll put my phone on speaker and continue to do what I gotta do and talk to her for like an hour until somebody calls her or something like that. And then today I physically went down there and sat off and you know, we watched some cooking channels and shit like that and talked and then you know, like I said, I do shit around the house. Always take care of her, make sure she's got everything, bring her food. She knows what time it is. But like I said, ain't nothing really changed on my end because I even when my dad was alive, I did everything. So that's why when people see me, they're like, "Oh, how's your mom? You better take care of her. She doesn't have your dad no more." And I look at him and I say, "Mark, hold your tongue. They don't know the truth." And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, I will. I take care of her. And then when people start aggravating me and saying, "Oh, I hope you help your mother," you know, she's not gonna be around forever. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. You people don't even know me. Like, you think I'm just about to start to help my mom because she doesn't have my dad no more? What are you fucking drunk? Did you not get the memo? I've been doing that shit before my dad died. I've been taking care of my parents for years now. You moron. I'm not the one you should be talking to. You could talk to somebody else, not me. Talk to my other siblings. They're the ones who don't give a shit, not me. So it's very annoying. You know, I wish I can walk around with a billboard that says, "Shut the fuck up, leave me alone, and don't ask me nothing about my family or me or my mom. We're totally fine. Leave us alone. And don't question what I do for my parents or what I have done. 'Cause I've done more than what you've done for your own fucking family. I'll put my life on that." That's why I tell people like, don't ask me nothing. Just ask me how my mom is or whatever. Cool. You never ask me how I'm doing. I'm fucking plastic man. I'm fucking Superman. You know, Mark's always got to be all right. Meanwhile, any people that ask me how I'm doing is you guys. But people here, they ain't gonna ask how I'm doing. They just want to know about everybody else. Meanwhile, I'm been through all this bullshit and no one cares. Even my own siblings, they don't really care. They're so selfish that they think that, they know that I had the strongest relationship with my parents, especially my dad. And then not one of them would say like, are you okay? Or like, can we do anything? Do you need anything or whatever? Even though I would say fuck you or whatever, but like they don't even care. And they know that and they act like my dad was more to them than me, or they were more to my dad than I was. It makes me laugh so much. It's like ridiculous how people are, man. One of the biggest problems is people always worry about everybody else but themselves. They always want to know about someone's life and my life. Man, leave me alone. My dad and my mom are fine. When my dad was here, people are so delusional. They just think that they probably hear something or they assume shit. Stupid ass people. Hey, Brian. Thanks for the super chat. Well, between the both of them, you know, they feel like shit. And both of them feel like you don't care about them or you could care less about what's going on, and you're probably saying, okay, well, that's karma for you guys leaving. They think about it. They think about them contradicting themselves about, what they went, or they're very cautious against making another decision that they're going to regret. Um, they're trying to distract themselves from thinking about what they think about you or the whole situation at work. I mean, there's nothing really good here. There's a lot of delays that they're having. They're having problems with their own lives. Like I've told you already, that these people are having problems in their own life. And that's why they don't really give a shit about you and what you think and all that type of stuff, because they know that they've made a mistake, but some people will never admit it, right? So sometimes when I see cards like this, it just tells me that when you make a mistake or you push people away and you think that something better is going to happen and it doesn't, it's because it's self inflicted. A lot of people, I mean, even though these people pushed you away, and now they're going through crap at their workplace, that just tells them that not only did they make a bad decision, but they haven't changed since they made the decision. So it just shows you that these two people, you know, are having issues because of their decisions. So it may not be just because they pushed you away and your dad, it's because their decision making is poor. And that's why they're in another poor situation where they probably were cautious about making a decision but made it anyway and end up finding themselves in more mayhem and problems and delays and everything else. So how they feel about you, they don't really, they feel like they may have let you down, but or you're happy to hear about their downfall. Like they have mixed feelings. I feel like one of them think that they don't really give a shit about you, and the other one probably thinks that, hey, he's probably happy relishing in our crap, knowing if he knows. Or they both might have these like feelings or thoughts that, hey, even though we pushed Brian and his dad away and we went on and now we're having problems, who am I going to blame, Brian and his dad or myself for my own decisions? So when people do these things, they really don't give a shit about what you think because they know what you think already. That's why they don't say anything or act upon things or come back because they know they did wrong and they know that they're the problem majority of the time. You know, people get karma all the time or have bad things happen to them because their own decision making, even though they did something bad to you or to your dad or to whoever, or you felt like they did something bad. At the end of the day, it's their decision making that is a problem. And the more bad decisions they make, the worse their life gets. You're welcome, Brian.